And we are live. It's I Speed to Lead. This is Yuri, the VP of Sales and Partnerships. And we're also waiting for Gene. And we are very excited, to talk to you about one of our partners. They have the nationwide network of people that can help you, to close nationwide deals. And we will wait for a couple of more minutes, for Gene and for more people to join. But check the description below, what it is all about. Please put some questions right away that you would like to ask, any concerns about such services you have. So please put some comments, put some questions, and we'll just make sure that we're going to cover them during our live stream. Again, thank you all for joining, and we will be starting in a couple of more minutes. So, hey Adam, how is it going, man? So hopefully your last deal, everything is doing well. And I saw you joined just Coupon Club, so thank you for that. And yeah, so we are still waiting for a couple of more minutes for our guest. Please check the description in our video right now and put any questions that you might want to ask. So we will have Steve. He is the owner of NotableNotaries, and he's going to answer any of your questions. He'll also show how his platform works. We'll talk about how is it highly beneficial for especially virtual wholesaling and people saying I'm lagging. Am I lagging? Can you put plus? So okay, am I freezing right now or am I good? Good, thank you for the comments. Hey Jerry, thank you for joining. Guys, again, couple of more minutes before we start. We have Steve, the CEO and owner of NotableNotaries, with the nationwide group of agents that they can really help you to close deals. They can do the inspections. They can even help you to sign contracts. So can you imagine some services like that? So in the world of people that are trying to expand into virtual wholesaling nationwide things, so it's like when I found out about the service, I mean, that's opened up so many avenues to close more deals. So, and without further ado, I'm going to invite Steve just in a couple of minutes. So he's going to talk about the services that he has, and we will just start with that. And also we'll have Gene today too. He was sick, but he told that I cannot miss that. I want to see Steve and Yuri. I want to join. I want to give some shout out to all our subscribers and to make sure that you take advantage of the services that we do. And yes, so without further ado, let me invite Steve to the stage. Steve, are you ready? And
hello.
It's great to have you, man. So
Thanks so much for doing this. I appreciate it. I'm excited, Gary.
I'll shut up. Just you do your best. I mean, we had the presentation. We talked to you recently. Steven is really great into sharing in very simple words what his business is doing and how it's beneficial. So without further ado, I'll just let you cover. If you can introduce yourself, your service, and why do you think most of our users should be considering your services, we would appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you, Yuri. Thank you, Gene. Thank you for the whole I Speed to Lead team for having me. Notable Notaries. You guys may have boots on the ground anywhere in the country, and I mean anywhere. So by utilizing our services, you guys are going to achieve things you never thought possible. I always tell people, imagine having a secret weapon, an edge so unique it's practically a cheat code for success. So hello everybody, my name is Steve. I'm the proud owner of Notable Notaries, where we are redefining the game in real estate operations with our nationwide mobile notary and field agent service. Yuri, I'm hearing a big delay. Are you hearing that as well? Okay, I'm going to keep going. Like I said, we're redefining the game in real estate operations with our nationwide mobile notary and field agent service. And today I stand before you all to introduce a game-changing solution that is going to revolutionize how you manage your real estate transactions from coast to coast. Expanded nationwide yet, rest assured, by the end of today, by the end of this presentation, you guys are going to have all the confidence and every reason to do so. So let's get down to business. In the fast-paced world of real estate investment, you guys know time is money. The faster you can get boots on the ground for photos, lock boxes, showings, locksmith service, maid service, whatever it is, the faster you guys can offload your properties. But here's the kicker. Overseeing these operations across multiple locations, it's awful. From inspections to showings, the struggle is real. And there's so much mundane administrative work involved in babysitting vendors. You guys shouldn't be doing that. You guys should be handling the critical tasks, right? The tasks that are going to move the needle forward and grow your bottom line. And that's where my company comes in, because we have the nationwide solution. Weapon. Think of us as your personal army of real estate ninjas, ready to tackle any task, anywhere, anytime. With over 320,000 skilled field agents and notaries across the country, we have the manpower and expertise to handle it all. So I'm just going to highlight some of the key benefits of using our services. And first up, I'm going to start with time savings. Our most valuable asset in life is our time. So by leveraging our nationwide network of field agents, you guys can delegate your time-consuming tasks and focus your energy on high-value activities, like locating new investment properties or handling more critical tasks that are going to grow your bottom line. Also, cost reduction. So say goodbye to the expenses associated with maintaining an in-house team or even hiring local contractors. Alternative by offering flat fees nationwide. Also, you only pay for the services you need when you need them. There's no fees to use my portal. There's no subscription fees, no monthly minimums or anything like that. You order your service, after it's completed, you pay, and that's it. Next is efficiency. So with my extensive database of field agents, you guys can access reliable support at a moment's notice. So whether you need assistance with a single property or multiple sites across the country, we have the resources to meet your needs quickly and efficiently. When I say quick, I mean quick. You guys are not going to find another service that is faster and more reliable than Notable Notaries. Let me guess, you guys probably are thinking of a property you have right now in BFE, wondering how the heck you guys are going to get somebody out there. I've never had to turn down anybody for service anywhere in the country. Lastly, I want to talk about scalability for a second. Scalability is our middle name. We want to help you scale. And as your real estate portfolio grows, so do your operational needs. We're going to help you scale, and we're going to do that by providing trustworthy and reliable boots on the ground anywhere you need us. We've helped hundreds of investors scale and give them the confidence and resource to venture into new markets and ultimately go nationwide. We love doing that. We love being able to sit down with an investor who maybe is working in his city or his county or his state and just doesn't have the confidence or feel comfortable enough to move into a different state or go nationwide. So our service is scalable, meaning we can accommodate your changing requirements without any hassle or delay. We're going Yuri?
Can you hear me?
Yep. So that was obviously a quick overview.
Yeah, and thanks for that. So guys, if you have any questions, ask your questions, but let me drop some curve questions. I mean, some of the similar is already asked, but do you mind asking, like, who are the main, like, who are your main clients? Like, who do you use your services the most, and what's the applications for that?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I'm working with, at this time, big influencers. So I went from picking up the phone and calling individual wholesalers to reaching out to the Pace Morbies and all these guys with huge networks and communities. So my main clientele really consists of people who are localized, again, in their state, but also massive wholesalers who are wholesaling nationwide as well.
Okay. And what would you tell to people that say, I maybe should I find this service by myself or something like that, or maybe I should Google or anything like that?
Look, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to how you want to run your business. If you're still focused on the day to day stuff, then I can guarantee you're probably not making six figures yet. Once you reach that point, once you get that confidence to start delegating and handing off tasks to people, that's when you truly start to see your business scale and grow. For example, it typically takes somebody anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes to go on Google, Craigslist, Thumbtack, message boards, and try to find remote help in all of these areas. And that's not even including the time it takes when an issue comes up. If the seller's running late, if a photographer cancels, if somebody doesn't show up, right? All of those fires, all of those problems, those are going to start to come into my team now. All those text messages and emails and phone calls when there's an issue, they come into my team and my team starts troubleshooting it immediately for you. So again, at the end of the day, you're going to be saving anywhere from 40 minutes upwards of an hour of time back on your clock to go ahead and handle more critical tasks that I talk about, like growing your bottom line and all the tasks that are going to move the needle forward for your business.
Okay, and you also mentioned previously, at least I saw it on your webpage, that it's about something about security. So why is it? What kind of level of security like your agents provide? Because I know it's not uncommon for people to be concerned like of letting some side people going into homeowners places or something like that. So what do you say on that? Because I know it's a pretty
Yeah,
common question.
yeah. So that's a great question too. What's great about my service is everybody we're going to be sending out to one of your properties for whatever service we're handling. If we're going to take photos, set up a lockbox, if we're going to do a showing, post a letter, everybody going out is going to have a background check. So on top of that, everybody's going to be licensed, bonded, and insured as well. Um, so we're not just sending Joe Blow off of Craigslist or a random person off of Google into your seller's home. Definitely qualified and vetted.
Okay. So, and I think this is one of the most important things, guys. If you're like concerned about, so two things actually why it's cool. If you're probably kind of putting the dots by yourself too, guys. But first of all, virtual wholesaling, one of the main things people are concerned about, like I want to do some inspection or something like that. In most cases you don't have people to do that. If you look for somebody there, you need somebody more or less at least under controlled, certified, or like proven, so it's legit, nothing happens, nothing screws up your deal eventually. So that's where such services as Steve's really help a lot. And he's doing this nationwide, like nationwide in all states, so you can basically, they can help to close the deal. And Michael is asking about the cost, so I think that's one of
Great
the most
question.
logical questions that asking. Michael, thank you for the question. So, and yeah, if you can give us like, can you tell me, like, I know you have multiple services, so can you tell us
Definitely.
just what kind of services, guys, you can do, and how is the pricing structure actually looks like?
Yeah, so great question, Mike. Thanks for asking that. So, for being a part of this session today and being affiliated with I Speed to Lead, everybody is going to receive access to special pricing on all of my services. Okay, they're going to be discounted 15, and I believe there's a couple that are discounted 20%. The way my fees work is I offer flat fees nationwide. There are a couple services where obviously the expense is going to be out of my control. For example, locksmith service. If we send up one of our locksmiths and maybe there's more locks than they expected, um, and we also run into some issues with maybe travel fees for ML. Um, that being said, though, 99% of my services I offer flat fees, and you guys are going to receive a special fee schedule again with discounted pricing for being a part of this I Speed to Lead group and meeting today.
Right, and we appreciate that. And just to give a little feel. So let's imagine I'm the person, I'm calling the lead. We agreed on some, pre-negotiations, but we told, okay, I need to inspect your house, especially there's plenty of repairs to do the job. So I come to you guys, you have a software, right? So I register, you give me a login, and I see different things you guys can do. So, for example, if let's say I want to make some pictures and I want you guys in the end to give a contract to sign, how much that typically costs? Like just like rough those two
Yeah.
things just to give a feel.
What we would do in a situation like that, it's we bundle the order. So, for example, we'll have clients that'll send us out for photos, a lockbox, and a document to get notarized. What happens is you're going to pay full price for the first service, and then each additional service is going to be 50% off. So, nationwide photo service is $160 for exterior and interior photos, and getting a document notarized nationwide, I believe, is $70. So you're going to pay 160 plus 35 to have the document notarized. We include scans, same day scans that are going to get uploaded to our scheduling portal. And if you want to get the originals shipped out, we get bulk shipping rates through FedEx as well.
Okay. And no other costs included, right? So there's no like subscription fee, entrance fee, trip
Yeah.
charge. So this
Yep.
is just a flat thing. So basically, guys,
Exactly.
yeah, you heard it, guys, correct. So for 250, is that like for like $300, you will have your people basically licensed people, secured people from Steve going to the home, inspecting their house, making pictures, sending them to you in the system. They will actually also call on the owner if you want them to. They will call and arrange the schedule when they're going to go there. They will do the inspection. They can send it to you. You'll check it out. And if everything works, they will be able to give the contract to the home seller to
Right
make
then and
sure
there.
right there to sign it. So you will lock up the deal and you can just move on, work with your cash buyers, do the disposition, all these type of things. So this is
To
just guys
sign
for one
and notarize the document.
and
Sign
not
and
to write.
notarize the documents.
Correct. And you can imagine, guys, and we are also it's just $300 really, like even probably less from what I hear. And and the thing is that an additional thing, just imagine how much it does for your like closing when the owner can get a live body from you. When you say, hey, I have people nationwide, so I'm this type of investor, so my people are going to reach out to you to make sure we do the inspection. We have these agreements, and they will see you, they will meet you, they will inspect. And this is way serious approach rather than somebody calling from somewhere else, let's say, and just trying to close
Definitely.
everything virtually. So this is just on the top, and this is very hard to measure the impact of this presence by a live body there. So that's one of the biggest concerns that some people tell me. I want to be there. I close better when I see people. Yeah,
Yeah,
so this is
and we
where
get that too. The feedback, and let me interrupt you really quick on that, only
sure.
because the feedback of being able to send somebody out to a property has just been phenomenal. Not only work signed by a representative of somebody on your team that you can say, hey, I'm sending somebody I know, but if you guys decide to do a showing, I mean, I can have somebody show up at your property to do a showing and keep the seller away from the potential buyers so nobody's talks. And again, it's another way to have a representative of your company, a trained professional show up anywhere in the country and represent you and handle business for you out in the field so that you're not having to micromanage and oversee all the little details. You log into my scheduling portal, which I'm happy to show. It takes about 3 minutes to place an order, and my team handles everything from there.
Right. And Don is asking, $160 for photos. Are these just regular iPhone photos? So the question, Don, you should be asking that it's not like $160 for photos. This is for somebody to actually go to this place. I mean, if you ever call the plumber, and I'm from service business, to your home or do something, there is always trip charge. There is some, even like look how Uber calculates their rates. So it's always included there. In Steve's case, even if you're sitting somewhere in Georgia and you want somebody to inspect the house somewhere in like Seattle, Washington, or maybe like even in more further areas inside of the state, they're going to go there. They're going to arrange this call, what also takes time and effort. They will go there, they'll make pictures, they will talk to them, they will spend up to an hour there, inspect everything, they will do all the necessary pictures, and they will get back to you in a timely manner. And they will also, for just extra fee, you can just log that in the contract. Yes, some might say, actually, I think I'll make my pictures, I'll ask the owner to do that. But believe me, your closing ratios will be way worse when you're trying to make the person to show you
The
his
owner's going to show
own
you what they want you to
pictures.
see. At the end of the day,
Right,
they're going to show you what they want you to. Different when you're sending in somebody to go in and get photos of damages in the right angles of the rooms. But to answer your question, yes, these are high quality camera phone photos. We do vet everybody. We do have special requirements for the phones that we will allow to get photos. They're given about 4 pages of specific instructions on how to shoot the property. And I'm doing these photos for guys that are locking up 20 to 30 deals a month. And they're having no issue with the photos whatsoever. So you can absolutely get high quality, high camera phone photos to list on the MLS and to use for your properties.
right. So, and quickly, Steve is going to probably show us just how it works. But I'm dropping the link to the page of iSpeed to Lead where you can get the special offer from Steve and some special discounts just for our users. And I see the question from Jerry: are they experienced inspectors? So, and Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you telling us that you currently guys have over 400 clients at least, like of different sizes, nationwide wholesalers, hedge funds, and all these type of things. So, and you have some procedures, how you train things, and how you do inspections, and you have people dedicated to that. Is that correct? Am I missing something? Maybe you want to add something.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That is correct. Our field agents are definitely certified in basic field inspections. Right now, we aren't doing inspection reports. That is something I'm looking to roll out by the summertime. But yes, my field agents are definitely certified in field inspections and taking photos. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, sounds great. And I see who does all the coordination from Elroy.
Coordination, that's a great question. That's part of the benefit of using my service. Again, at the end of the day, my team wants to take as much admin, mundane, time sucking tasks off your plate as possible. Throw it to us, give it to us. The whole reason I have my scheduling portal set up the way I do is to allow you guys to log in, spend about 3 minutes to place an order, and you are done. Go on with your day, grow your business. Again, handle the critical tasks. We're going to take it all from there. We're going to coordinate everything. And if I can share my screen and maybe just show you how the portal works right
Sure.
now, I'd be able to maybe give you an idea of how that looks. Let's see if this works here.
And I see also the question about capture page. So guys, how that works, you just send send a request basically to get your special access to Notable Notary software. And it's just simple as after you send a request, they get back to you in the email with your access to the actual software. And right now you can
So
see on the screen, uh, And
are you able to see this screen right here?
Yes, we can.
So you guys are going to receive your login like you would for any other kind of online account.
But we see a StreamYard. Are you showing your platform right now?
Yeah, it's not showing you the screen.
I see a StreamYard right now.
Weird. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, give me just a second to figure this out, if you would.
Sure. And also the question is, do they use the checklist from Jerry?
Yep. So the way we do that is we have clients that have multiple needs. We have clients that just want basic photos, exterior and interior. We also have clients that have more intricate needs. They want photos under the sinks, photos of the AC unit in the label, the furnace in the label, so on and so forth. So when we sign you up, we're going to sit down with you and we're going to discuss your needs. And we're going to find out exactly what kind of photos you need. We'll create your own checklist. And then we're going to make sure the photos that you receive back are exactly what you need. So it's going to be customized to your needs.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'm trying to a sec here.
And Jerry, thank you for questions. And I think we got Gene here. Gene, are you with us?
Yuri, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can, but your connection is unstable, looks like. Better now.
My presentation is ready, Yuri, whenever you're ready too. Hey, Gene.
Hey, how's it going? Is it better connection now?
Great.
Yes, it does.
I waved my magic wand and it got all better.
Okay. It's not nice to see you. So I told people you were a little bit sick. That's why you brought me and Steven today. So
yeah, I've been I caught some kind of plague and it's been plaguing me for the past couple days. So a little bit behind on everything. But great to see you guys.
do you have anything to add from what you heard? I know.
Oh, absolutely.
I know my sales speech is not the greatest one, so you tell us.
I've got loads of questions that I think other people will have. One important question I have is like, is there any issues with like, if a person is home or if a person is not home, they can show up at the house anyway, whether the seller is home or not?
Yeah, definitely. If there's a lockbox, is that typically the situation you're talking about, or if it's vacant?
Yeah, if it's vacant or not, or not vacant.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Once you guys place the order and put it through the portal, we don't have a problem sending somebody out if it's on a lockbox or if it's vacant as well.
Okay. All right.
I also have Don's question. Don, are you still with us, man? What about if the photos are not for the MLS? Not sure what it means, but maybe you guys understand.
Well, maybe like quality-wise, not for MLS or what?
Yeah, I'm not. You guys know better the industry. Maybe I'm not.
Like I said, I'm having the biggest in the industry using my photos for the MLS all the time. We do have a higher option where we send out a professional photographer for premium MLS photos. But for the $160 package, I'm having guys post them every day on the MLS with no issues. Like I said, we send out a very specific checklist of photos. We review the photos while they're at the property before they leave. If there's an issue after we upload the photos and maybe they miss something or you want something different, we're happy to send the person back. I hope that answers your question.
I got another question. So can we disclose, can you tell us about how many people are already using this? Because when you told me the number, I was like, damn, we are behind. Our whole community is behind because I only knew like 2 people from our community that are using your service, and we have literally thousands of people that bought leads from us.
Oh yeah.
And only like a couple that I knew that are using your service. Can you give us a little bit? I don't know. you obviously shared some stuff with me on our private call, but how many people? How many people are using this? Would you
I
say?
have well over 400 wholesalers across the country right now,
And
and
I
I'm
just want, yeah. So to those who are watching it, that's freaking 500 real estate investors. They're deploying remote boots on the ground, okay, wholesaling virtually, wholesaling locally, and not leaving their house and saving their time, putting much more value on their time than you are. And when I say you, the person that's watching this, if you're still not using any kind of boots on the ground remotely, and if you're like spraying and praying, marketing all over the country, and then you get the thing and you don't know what's going on, and you make the seller have to do something, or you wait for the seller, you depend on the seller to do something for you, good luck. And then you ask the seller to take the pictures, and the seller's taking the pictures, and your cash buyer is like, well, my 5-year-old could have taken better pictures that would really open up the house and show me what the, what's actually going on in the home. The seller ain't gonna take no good pictures for you for your cash buyers, and all that other stuff. And so that's 500. If you're not using this, or if you never even tried it, because I think what's incredible here, and I don't think this will last very long. I might be wrong. It might last long. It might not. But I think this is such a cool ass service that if I was somebody that's watching this or playing the stream back or looking or watching one of the shorts that we cut up from this, you got to understand that stuff like this doesn't exist without some kind of big ass subscription, huge contract and stuff like that. And probably you should do the contract, but since you don't even have to sign any kind of commitment right now, I would definitely, even if your property is local, next time go hang out with your girl and freaking send somebody to do the freaking work at the property using Notable Notaries. Spend $100 and see what it feels like. I'm telling you, I have 40 people on my team. 40 goddamn people. I don't even know everybody's name anymore. I thought I would never know everybody's name until we have like 100. Hell no. But for everything I need to do, I have a button. I have a button like in Slack. Okay, I need a design. I have a button. I need this done. I have a button. I don't do anything except for stuff that I think is like really cool and I love doing it, right? And so why would you take pictures at houses? Why would you do any of that stuff if you don't like it? If you love it, if you love getting there crazy with the photography, with a camera, you love to get your drone out there, and you like the drone photography, sure, do it. But other than that, I think it's crazy to be doing that stuff. So I'm excited to find the service because everybody. So we've got several hundred people that are buying leads, uh, on average, buying leads in more than 10 counties, any given month, and so I'm so excited for them to have this. We're gonna send this to everybody. We're gonna book your calendar up, man, as much as we can because this is a great service. I'm glad Naaman recommended it. And
you're breaking up
if
a
you're
little there,
watching this,
Gene.
what's that?
There you go.
Oh, did it
You were
cut out?
breaking up a little bit. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. So I'm super excited for the service, man. And guys, make sure you sign up with our link because then we're gonna know how many people were brought in because I want to know that we want to track that. I don't even know what our affiliate commission or whatever is. I seriously don't even know what that dollar amount would be if someone signs up. I frankly care more about the fact that our nationwide wholesalers in our community in our ecosystem are going to get this benefit of being able to do even more nationwide wholesaling without wasting their time. So
I love doing that.
dude, I'm super
Yeah.
grateful for the service, that the fact that it exists, man.
I love, you bring up a good point. It's going to come down to time. I can't stress it enough. It's your most important asset. If I could in 2 hours on new leads, it's pretty amazing. And not only that, but also the time it would take to hire and find somebody on your own. You don't have to deal with the issues. Like I said, if somebody's running late, if somebody has to cancel or reschedule, my team handles all of that in the background. It's all about efficiency and cost savings at the end of the day. And I really want to help everybody listening today. I want to help take your blinders off and let you guys know, look, you don't have to stay in your county. You don't have to stay in your state. You guys can absolutely go nationwide, market anywhere you want. And I can sit here and tell you, I will have trustworthy and reliable boots on the ground show up at your property on a moment's notice.
And guys, can you imagine just combining some things like we have like coupon club where you can pick nationwide leads, and you also can get services from Steve, like where you can have boots on the ground. Like it's just I mean, as long as you can do comping, so at some basic levels, so you can be unstoppable instead of like guys that just sitting in their own backyard.
Oh, dude,
Trying.
and comping is like you can ask GPT to comp stuff lately. You can literally, it's gotten to a point where you can ask GPT or not even GPT, like the stuff that's better connected to the internet, like Bard, and then there's the other ones that I haven't even tried yet. What is it? I forget the latest one, but it's also like supposed to be awesome. You can even have those freaking tools do the comping for you. Yeah, like comping something is like there's so little hurdles to nationwide wholesaling that people should be seriously worried about the fact that it's going to get way too accessible way too soon, and you got to be running and making money and doing as many deals as possible right now, because any great thing always has an end, unfortunately.
And look, I've seen it firsthand. Sorry to interrupt you. The
No,
guys that are pulling the trigger, they get the lead and they're ready to go, and they have one of my agents on the ground within an hour or two. Those are the guys that are doing the deals right there. The faster you guys can get eyes on the property and access, the quicker these whales properties. And like I said at the beginning, my team is very fast and very reliable. I think you guys are going to be very, very, very surprised and impressed.
dude, that's crazy. Look at this comment that Jerry just shared. And you know what, Steve, I haven't even thought about it when you and I talked. Or maybe you brought it up and then I considered it my own idea. I do that sometimes. But so the fact that like people actually JV, and I think I made it one of the headlines in the newsletters that we were sending out about this earlier. People will JV with others,
yeah,
to get the services that you're providing for like a reasonable buck. That's
I see it every day. I see it
Wow.
every day. I literally see it every day. I really do. And then it's everybody as well that again doesn't have the confidence to break into other markets because they don't want to just trust somebody off of Craigslist or Google or in a message board. So
Steve, we
having a
gotta
trustworthy and reliable source. Yeah.
Steve. So on iSpeed to lead, when you're browsing leads and you're scrolling through leads, there are these banners. There's these banners with where we kind of like advertise our various products and services. We gotta have your banner in there. Like this is that relevant to all of our audience. Like, hey, kind of itching to pick up that lead, but it's nowhere near you. Guess what? You don't have to JV. Call or click here and get an order from Notable Notaries. Get your, and then boom, 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 bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. I I don't even like. I'm so selfish with this. I apologize, but yes, this is going to generate you business, but I care so much more about the fact that like our guys are going to get a bunch of value from this. So I'm pumped. Yuri, we got to get that banner up on the thing, because I know that like barely anybody is on the stream compared to like the people that are actually browsing and doing leads. So we got to get this in front of freaking everybody. This
No,
is
I thought
exciting.
that was great. When we first met, you had talked about, I had mentioned to you, I said, you guys are giving away some of the best industry knowledge available out there. You guys are doing all of your podcasts and all of these lives events to just provide value to everybody. So you give them the what, here's what to do. And then I connected the dots and I said, now you're being so cool to your community. You're actually giving them the how. Here's how to do it. You're not just giving them little tips and tricks here and sending them on their way. You're giving them the tips and tricks, but now you're giving them a nationwide resource to actually go out there and close on these deals.
Yeah, we're giving the freaking who, like who, not how. Get it. Yeah, don't try to do everything yourself. This is awesome. So, what other questions we got from the audience? You guys, I'm sure there's somebody in the audience, somebody who's watching this right now, who's like, I'm still not gonna nationwide wholesale. I want to know why. Can you do me a favor? You know, you and I have a little bit of an emotional contract, right? You've seen me before. So if someone's watching this and they're still like, he's still not gonna wholesale nationwide, still not gonna do it virtually, I'm super curious as to why. I'm just curious what other dominoes people have in terms of like nationwide wholesaling, virtual wholesaling that they're not overcome. And alternatively, if you um, watch this and you're like, you know what, this is incredible. I'm gonna stop trying to JV and give away freaking half, or 30 or 40 or even 25. Still quite a bit of money a lot of times. I'm gonna stop trying to give away 25 just to have boots on the ground, because my 25 is 2.5 grand. And like, I think Steve, you're gonna have to get pretty creative for your order at Steve's company to total up to 2,500. I'm sure there's enough. I'm sure for a big enough property, that could happen. Like if you need your lawn mowed and stuff like that, and if it's a big ass house, um, and if it needs pictures, drone pictures, and all this other stuff, and the lawn and whatever else, cleaning, I'm sure you could rack up a bill. But your JV ain't gonna do that. Your JV ain't gonna include that in his freaking fee. That's gonna come out of your. That's gonna come out of your together pot.
Assignment. Yeah.
That ain't gonna come out of the JV side. That's gonna come out of your together, and then you're gonna split what's left, 25-75. So you're still getting fucked. So if you're, I just want to hear, like, if people are surprised that this exists, because I sure as hell was. I want to hear in the comments. Make sure you post up a comment.
Imelda just posted a comment too, and I actually spoke to Imelda earlier today, so I'm excited to start working with her and helping her streamline all of this as well.
Someone's asking about the laws and stuff like that, the laws with wholesaling laws and all that stuff. I'm sure you've got.
What's so the objection to nationwide would be the wholesaling laws that are being passed? Just
Yeah,
wondering
that's
your
actually
thoughts.
that's actually. Thank you for your bringing this point. That's actually the reason why you want to start doing nationwide wholesaling, because at your backyard they might come up with some law. Your
It's
your
coming
neighbor
near you.
your na- yeah, your neighbors that got jealous of your Ferrari that you made on your neighbors, and they will pass the law that will not allow you to wholesale or do something at your state. So yeah, that's why I go to some state like, Texas or like other states that allow to do wholesaling while you can. So I mean, maybe Gene, you have more to add, but yeah, that's a perfect case actually for doing more.
I'm gonna let Steve comment, because Steve's actually in the States most of the time. I'm in the States only like half the time. So I'm sure the legal framework he's a lot more familiar with.
What's that? So I guess I'm not really understanding his. So
yeah, the whole thing with, like, Philadelphia,
they're cracking
gotta have a
down.
wholesaling license. There's other spots where it's been. I know. I have some friends that are. I can't name who it is because it would not be fair. But I've got a couple friends that are actually, they're ex-wholesalers, but now their business has nothing to do with wholesaling, and it's a big business, and so they're lobbying against wholesaling in their state. So there's some of that regulatory shitstorm coming down slowly. I think recently, what was it, Virginia, that had now you have to double close in Virginia. But see, like, I'm saying it, you don't have to stop wholesaling in Virginia or wherever it was. Yuri, correct me if I'm wrong. You heard me say, like, you don't have to stop wholesaling there. I just said, oh yeah, now you got to double close there, because for every law that comes out, if there are two parties that want to get something done, there's going to be a way around that law. It's just like, the more laws, the more crime and chaos and stuff like that. It's not um, it's not just going to solve the fact that there's people that are broke, and there's agents that want nothing to do with them, and they're freaking dirty houses, and wholesalers got to go and pick that up, even at a discount and all that stuff, and make a bunch of money on it once it's cleaned out. But like, the agent didn't want to deal with it, the seller didn't want to deal with it, and wholesaler's the bad fucking guy for it. So there's always going to be a way around it. For all these wholesaling laws, there's going to be a way to double close. There's going to be other ways to do it. I wouldn't fucking worry about it, quite frankly. I have not met one fucking person that's making millions of dollars, and I know every single one of these guys in the industry. Not fucking one of them is sitting there at night thinking about these fucking wholesaling laws. So
That's the thing.
out.
Exactly.
Get that out of your agenda.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's kind of what it comes down to, is just kind of, it's a mindset shift you got to go through, and just get it out of your, not even worry about it right now. I mean, you're obviously a sub 2 investor, this gentleman that asked the question. There's so many creative ways out there to make these deals happen. David Olds and Steve Train went live yesterday and talked about this specific. So I would actually go try to find that interview with David Olds and Steve Train. They went live yesterday on Instagram and Facebook, but they specifically spoke about this and workarounds and how everybody in the industry is dealing with it.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, hope sub 2 investor guy. So we hope we answered your question, but yeah, I will tell you actually, sub 2, if you're doing sub 2, I'm not sure if you checked that one, but on our previous live stream we got 2 deals closed. One by Adam. I'm not sure, Adam, are you here? Say hello to people. Who closed the Novations deal for 150k potential profit, and another deal that was closed was a sub 2 deal, and the person was like in a different state. So just check it out and just see how it goes. And yeah, it's thank you for all the questions, guys. Yeah, any more questions to Steve about his service, how it goes? I saw the question and we nicely interrupted that part, but again, guys, so I posted our page. This is the page where you ask for the access to Steven's software, where you'll be able to see all the pricing, put your things, like request things, just see how it goes. You can put the schedule, or they need to call by themselves. And without further ado, Steve, can you show us a little bit your platform, just how it goes? After you guys go to our page, request the access, you'll get the access to the software that Steve is going to share right now.
Definitely. So when you go to that link that we've set up with iSpeed to Lead, and you sign up for our portal, your portal is automatically going to populate with the reduced pricing that we've offered them. So please just make sure you do use that link right there. To give you a quick tutorial of how easy my scheduling portal is to use, I am going to.
And guys, keep asking questions.
Do you guys see this screen?
Right now, yes.
So you can see this login screen, Yuri?
Yeah, we see right now StreamYard.
Just that one again, huh?
Yeah, do you need to click on the side?
Let me try this.
Are you presenting the entire screen, or?
Well, yeah, maybe this one will do it. Is this one working?
Nope.
Or is it just me?
This
is weird. Let's see what's going on here, guys. Hang on.
Well, let's keep asking us questions, and we'll be glad to answer them all. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you, sub 2 investor. Who else? Christy, thank you for sharing. Do you think they will pass on California? Because that can be a big one. We have lots of wholesalers and flippers doing things in California. And who else we got here asking? I don't do. Yeah, and this is another question. While you, okay, we see the screen right now. I'm not sure what you did.
Okay, cool. So this is the login screen.
It just right now, yes.
All right, great. So if you want me to just give a quick tutorial on this, I'd be happy to.
Yep, just quickly. So again, guys, when you sign up to our page, you fill your information, you get the access, login password to this software. So go to our page and you'll get the access. It's completely free. They will not ask for your card, whatever things you guys typically come up when we say the platform is free to register, because I get a ton of those questions all the time. So yeah, please show us, how you log in, just quickly how it looks. And
Definitely.
yeah.
You're going to receive your login like you would for any other online account. And this is going to take you right to your home screen. I'm going to come back to this in just a second, but I want to show you how easy it is to place an order. And guys, again, this is one of the biggest benefits of using my services. We want to take as much work as humanly possible off your plates. The administrative stuff, the mundane stuff you guys should not be handling, like hiring vendors. You come right up here to create order. Once inside here, you're going to select the service you need from the drop-down menu. Yours is going to be more robust and have a lot more services. This is just a demonstration portal. Let's say you're going to need exterior and interior photos and a lockbox setup. You would select it. Lender, this is obviously for a loan signing. You can skip all of this and come right down here to the address. This is going to be the location of the appointment. You would enter the property address here. And then right here is where you're going to enter the day and time. If there's a specific day and time that your seller, your tenant, your agent can meet, enter the specifics here. And my notaries and my field agents are only going to respond if they can accommodate that specific time. They're never going to call your seller and try to bump the appointment a couple days or try to make the appointment 2 hours sooner. If there's a specific, enter it and we're going to make it happen. Otherwise, we also give you the option to come in here and hit to be determined. If you do that, that's going to let my team know we are handling all of the scheduling for this order. We're going to take all that workload off your plate. We're going to call the seller or the tenant, and we're going to find times that are convenient for them so that you guys don't have to spend time doing it. Enter the name and phone number of the point of contact that we'll be confirming the appointment with, and then you hit save at the bottom right here, and you're done. It literally takes 3 minutes to place an order.
Right. So
After the order, yeah.
any city, right? Sorry for interruption. So any city, any county, any limitations, like, other than, I don't know, North Pole, Alaska, or something like that?
All 50 states, Puerto Rico, and Guam.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, guys, if you want, like, if you don't want to go to Gary, Indiana, but there is a very nice house that you want to wholesale, send Steve's people, or like Southside in Illinois or something like that, or like Compton in LA. So don't go by yourself. Send Steve. Any area in US, those guys can make it happen, even if it's like middle of nowhere or something like that.
Like I said, I have yet to turn anybody down for service. My reach is that wide across the country.
Do you have a what's the craziest story you have on that? Like, any crazy stories you can share, like you guys faced? Like,
you get the squatting situations, stuff like that, where there's squatters or wild animals in houses.
okay,
Stuff like that. You hear definitely a lot of wild stuff you hear happen. So I'm sure you guys can imagine.
Fighting
we deal with 100 we deal with 100 orders a day minimum. So if you can only imagine all the stuff that must happen over 2,000 orders a month.
Right. Did you hear that, guys? Steve's people will fight with a grizzly bear to get your contract signed.
They are certified in grizzly bear fighting nationwide. So we can absolutely handle that.
And we have Omar asking, is that flat pricing for each service, or does it vary by city and state? Is there a huge difference in the
Thanks
pricing?
for asking that. Flat fees nationwide. Again, where you're going to see any deviation from the special pricing that I'm going to send to Yuri to shoot out to you guys, it's flat fees for locksmith service, let's say. If we send our vendor out, we have access to a nationwide network of locksmiths. We send them out to the property, and it turns out the door can't be picked and it needs to be completely replaced, the lock. Yeah, it might be a little more expensive, but those are the only times you guys are going to see deviations. We're going to come to you ahead of time for approval before we do any of the work. Other than that, from all of the services we offer in-house, it's flat fees anywhere across the country.
Okay, so So unless guys, so it's pretty fixed unless there is some ridiculous situation happen or some hiccups, but they will tell you in advance what's going on. And even your service, and I'm not sure if you would want me to like promote it this way, but you even guys charge only after the work is done. Is that correct? Or is it
That's it. When you're
so guys,
happy and the order's completed, you're going to get an invoice after that.
and this is why we rely on you guys being nice too, so just and respect the other businesses. So Steve's business, just for understanding, so he's working with over 400 different people including hedge funds. I know, like, the thing how it actually started, you had some funds reaching out to you, asking to help, if I understand correct. But you guys will be charged and they'll be asking money on the service only after the job is done, basically, and you will still have like even 7 days to pay. So that's
Definitely. And we
that's
guarantee
like,
our work.
yeah.
Yeah, we guarantee the work. So if you're not happy with how where the lockbox was set up, if we had to get creative and set it up on a fence because there was a lever for the doorknob, if you're not happy and you want it placed somewhere else, we're going to send the person back out at no charge. If you needed photos under the sink and you didn't get them, we have quality. I have a quality control team in place that's going to review all the photos coming back to you against your checklist that you provide to us. If it's missing something, we send them back at no charge. So we want to. You're not going to pay until you're happy. I guarantee all of my work.
Right. And just guys, just don't abuse. That's the only thing. Yeah. Harlem, North Pole. That's correct. And Raymond is asking, how much time do you guys need to average to schedule showing? And correct me if I'm wrong, but it depending if you have a scheduled appointment, so the guys can be like next day or even sometimes maybe even same day if you like really in quick touch. But if you need them to schedule appointments, so typically it's like next business day or something. But if your homeowner doesn't pick up the phone, of course it's making the situation more complex, but they will keep
Definitely.
reaching out to them until they schedule to get the job done. Is that correct, or
That's
you
the
have more to say?
exactly. That's the best part of it. Again, if you guys haven't set up a time, how fast do we need? A couple hours. We offer same day service. If you place an order though at 5 o'clock at night for photos, and we get it assigned to a field agent, and they say, "Hey, it's getting a little dark here. You might want to wait till tomorrow." We're going to come back to you and say, "Hey, the sun is starting to set. We can send our field agent, no problem, but we might want to do this tomorrow." So to answer your question, we really just need a couple hours of lead time for our orders here. That's again how expansive my network is across the country.
Okay. And I just came on that, and pricing for sending them. And we have what's the pricing for them to properly take pictures and video? It's around $150 flat fee, no trip charges, no subscribe, nothing, just 150. They'll make the best pictures that you probably can make with somebody visiting. And
It's going to be a lot better than anybody you're going to find online. It'll be a lot better than the homeowner. And then again, guys, on top of it, you're saving all of that time you're going to be spending looking for somebody. And then if you have to hire somebody again because you get the wrong photos, that's even more time. Again, this is all going to come down to freeing up your time to grow your business. I want to help you scale. I want to help you move into neighboring states. I want to help you go nationwide.
and speaking on stories, like we mentioned grizzly bear case, but in terms of, let's talk about the sweeter part. Uh, in terms of money, what would you say the craziest story you had, like client coming back to you and just saying, thanks to your service, I saved X amount of money, or I managed to get X more, just like with your help. And I know you probably have a lot of stories like that because people keep using you. But what would you say the most ridiculous, like what it was like, wow, would you say? And I mean, maybe not counting funds, because funds, maybe I understand you probably like went maybe and screened the whole neighborhood or something, so maybe it's different type of stories. But yeah, what would you say on that?
My favorite part about that is when you start working with me, I'm very personal. I want to be hands on. So you're going to have access to my email and my personal cell phone. And if there's any issues, you're always able to reach out to me. But I love it when I start getting to know everybody, all of my clients, and they send me text messages um, about goals they're trying to make. Hey, I'm trying to hit 100,000 in income. starting, this month. And those are always the best text messages and phone calls that I get when my clients do set a goal for themselves. They go, "Hey, with using your service, freeing up this time, I do want to expand into these markets. I do want to set this goal." When they tell me that, it's like, "All right, now you have your business partner. Now you have me getting your back and trying to do everything I can on my end to help you achieve that goal." And that's always the best because I do see that happen time after time is clients being able to expand and have the resources and the time available to expand into new territories and just
Mhm.
do things for their businesses they never thought were possible. Those are the best messages I ever get.
Okay, sounds good. And in terms of like when we say about like hard sellers, did you had some like tough sellers, like anything like that recently? You can share with us, like when you guys like the case where you would say like the person was when where your client thought like I'm glad it wasn't me doing all of that and arranging all of that.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, they're always happy with the clients that, obviously, if there's an illness, maybe if they have COVID and our client doesn't have to go out and see them, we can send a field agent into the home, stuff like that.
Oh, that's a big one.
Um, yeah, little things like that. But for the most part, I think they're just grateful again to just be hands off. It's almost like you have your own personal team of virtual assistants. All of my schedulers, you want to see the order completed from start to finish exactly how you want. So I think that's really the big kicker for my clients. I hope I'd answered that the right way.
Okay. Yeah. So guys, again, the most important thing is that it saves you time. It allows you to scale, especially if you use our marketplace with our coupon club or something like that. You're concerned about I want to be there. I want to increase my chances to close the deal. Like many people, like plenty of people do virtual wholesaling. That's another thing. But you can really stand out by sending a person like, hey, I have a team that will reach out to you, and can we take a look at that? I personally, actually, I did like maybe 2 calls generally on wholesaling, and one of them, the guy told me, if you have this X amount of money or something like that, or if you want to talk about this, come and meet me and let's discuss that. So it's more rare cases in virtual wholesaling, but those situations happen. And in a lot of cases, you'll have a better chance when you say, hey, I am this type of guy. I understand you want to sell your house for cash. Can we schedule a quick meeting for inspection so we can give you the best offer? And is that possible, by the way, too? Like, can you guys send somebody, do inspection, have us on the phone, and like hand off or something like that so we can sign a contract, agree on something? Is that part of the game too?
You're saying you want to have somebody have our field agent there on a live video showing the home?
Not live, but if you like, you did the inspection, you send us the picture, but while you're still there, can we still have a conversation like with, let's say, home seller, and just call him and, hey, like we all agree and we are closing and you guys have these documents, and making like it's
Definitely. That's a
the
great,
closing.
yeah. So that's a great point. We had a case today where a family member showed up to the signing and they had started to tell our notary that their relative had beginning stages of Alzheimer's and they shouldn't be signing paperwork. So our notary was able to get my client on the line, and my client was able to speak to the seller, find out she was alert and oriented in the proper frame of mind, and that her relative really was just trying to get in the way and didn't want the home being sold. And he was able to get her on the phone right there and kind of calm her down, so to speak, and just talk to her about everything going on and re-explain the whole process right there over the speakerphone. So that did come in handy.
Okay. No, it's amazing. And this is again closing. It's not about when you already get the contract. It's that what can help you to close more deals. And if you guys still not registered with us, ispeed2lead.com, you can get leads at as low as $29. You can see them and preview them in other areas and you can attack those. Like just check our previous 2 live streams. People are closing our leads like and paying like $29. So we have ton of those people nationally and all this type of things. And Steve's services allow you to do even more on virtual wholesaling. So register to our platform, check out things. You probably also got our texting on our webinar we're having today about Coupon Club 2. But with Steven, again, notablenotaries.com/ispeed2lead, get the access, see the service, get the price, at least like get your login in. I'll tell you for sure, just go and create a login. It's free. You will have this access. And because we never know, maybe in future access will be paid. I mean, that's might be one of the ideas Steve might come up. So make sure you just grab your access, grab your discounts by our links, even if you're not sure if you like need it like today, but just get your access, register, and take advantage of his services where you see the opportunity when it arises. Again, use our leads, use Steve's services, close more deals nationwide, and don't be stopped by any registrations, people that want to just do their backyards, or gurus that are just trying to make you stay in your backyard because it's easier to control you this way. It's easier to have big bunch of subscribers that just doing their own backyard and that's it, and you're just harvesting and doing GVs with everyone. So no offense, guys. I mean, you gotta expand. Most of you got to expand, and there is a ton of tools how to do it. Either we're talking about RJ, who's teaching a lot of people how to do virtual wholesaling. Either it's us who provide big bunch of leads nationwide with the preview and all this type of things. Or if you talk about Steve, that is giving you his own people at flat fee, no trip charges, nothing like that, very affordably. And guys will make pictures, make inspections, will make a great first impression of you and your team, first of all, and will even freaking close the contract. And they have even more services than that. They have like a ton of services that you can take a look that you might find handy if you want to do some different wholesaling. So yeah, keep using different services and just utilizing how to maximize your profits. And again, I saw somebody was struggling with GV and with cash buyers. If you still didn't know that, but we can provide you with the cash buyers at the area where you close your contract. So we have millions of cash buyers. We'll be glad to share them with you when you get a contract with iSpeed2Lead. So Steven, any closing words before we let everyone go, and we'll follow up with you. And
look, I showed you guys how quick it is to place an order, how easy it is. Just really quick, this is your home screen where all of your open orders are going to live. Each property is separated individually. On a property, it's going to give you all the information related to the order. You're going to have access to your field agent or notary's information right here. This is where you're going to upload any documents we're going to have signed or notarized. We also require scan backs on all of our orders. So our notaries are going to scan back all the documents for you to have a permanent record right here in the portal. You can also download it and print it out. If you want us to ship any originals back to you, you can track them right here in real time. Just let us know. And then the activity feed here at the end. This is super important. This is where we're going to respond and we're going to communicate back and forth about this property. We never have to go back and look over old text messages or old email to find out what the status is. Everything is going to be date and time stamped down here. And it just becomes a really great, easy communication portal for us to complete these orders as quickly as possible for you guys.
right.
That being said, I'm very, very big on communication. So you're going to receive 4 different emails from my team. The first one after you place the order. The second one after your field agent or notary has been assigned with their photo and contact information so you have it for your records. The third email is going to be after they've confirmed the appointment time and location. You'll get that email just giving you peace of mind that everything's being taken care of. Then, of course, the fourth email after the order's closed and completed, you'll receive a link to your photos, your lot, notarized, whatever service we provided for you. We're very fast, we're very communicative, and we're transparent, and we keep you involved and informed every step of the way.
And yeah, absolutely, guys. Just use our link, register, get free access today, get your logins so you can check what kind of services they have, what's flat fee. Omar asked for $150. Is it how many pictures you guys can make, and is it inside and outside? I think it's both inside and outside. I think it's obvious, but how is there any limitation on how many pictures you can do, or?
Great question. So again, I have clients that just want the basics. They want basic exterior, going to get basic interior shots. And then I have clients that want more extensive photos. So it's going to come down to you and your needs. We will take unlimited photos, however many you want. We can make them as detailed as you want. If you do want photos under all the sinks, if you do want photos of all the furnace and AC labels, we can go in and do that. To answer your question, yes, it's a flat fee for as many photos as you would like. For whatever style of photo that you would like, basic or more intricate, you just have to let us know. Um, Typically, what happens is after you start placing your first few orders, you're going to send us back notes like, hey, actually, I don't want photos under the sink. Forget those. We take them off your list.
Okay.
Exterior photos moving forward, stuff like that. So you'll send us back notes, and we're going to keep tweaking our checklist that we have for your profile until you start receiving the photos exactly how you want.
And Elroy asking, would we be able to tell the seller the person's name or send them their picture so they are aware who will be coming to their property?
Yes. So inside the portal, when you place the order, you can actually add the seller's phone number and email address. So they're also going to receive the confirmation of who's showing up at their house, the photo and contact information. They're also going to receive the appointment confirmation. So all that is in the portal. And when you guys sign up for my service, you'll meet with me over Zoom, and I will explain all of that more in depth on how to use that to the best of your ability.
And with that said, guys, like unless you have any more questions, we'll be wrapping this up. We'll follow up with you with the link. Just use our link, to get the access. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Steve. Steve, what's the best way to reach out to you? Just create your login and they'll have the conversation.
Yeah, definitely. I would fill out that form first, enter your contact information. Otherwise, feel free to reach out to me at Steve at Notable 909-850-4807.
Yeah, can you please put
Feel
it into the chat so people can say it? Because I think you were like breaking down a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. It's not letting me chat actually right now. It's just giving me a chat to you, I believe.
You can just post it in our private chat. I can put it too.
Yeah, definitely. Feel free to email me, text me. Again, once you do fill out that form, though, all of your information is going to come into my team. You're going to get a link to my calendar and to meet with me over a Zoom so we can talk personally about your needs and how we can be of service to you and how we can help you scale your business.
And thank you, Steve, for service. Again, thank you for coming in to educating our users. What's one of the ways how they can get in front of people as fast as possible. And I bet it's probably the most affordable for this quality of service that you can get in the freaking market too. So just close my deals with iSpeed to lead. Call the leads. Reach out to Steve. Use his team to let you close the deals at better margins. So save your money from GVing. And if you need any help with cash buyers, reach out to us. We can provide you also with the cash buyers. But Steve, it was nice to see you. I think it's not for the last time. And we will just keep in touch. And yes, guys, reach out to Steve, use his service, get the free access, use our link, and stay tuned for more videos from iSpeed to Lead. Subscribe if you still haven't subscribed yet, by the way. So
Thank you, everybody. And I'm looking forward to being of service to everybody and looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you, guys.
thank you, guys. Thank you all. And take care. Bye-bye.
Alrighty.